Hi, and welcome again to another edition of Market Analysis for today, June the 30th. I'm Giovanni Betancourt, analyst, trader, and educator with Vantage Markets. Well, it is the end of the month, and we at the halfway of the year, and the Nasdaq has gained nearly 30% in this first half. Now, the third best first half since 1972, and that is my year. That's a welcome rebound after the carnage of 2022 when the technology heavy index fell more than 30%. Now, the interesting question is what will happen in the second half? The answer depends very much on what you choose to look at. Now, historically, the index performs better in the first half than the second half on average. It averages a 7% first half gain and a 4.6% second half increase, according to Dow Jones market data. However, when the first half has delivered gains of 29% or more, the second half has, on average, delivered an 11% drop. Not a great sign. Now, a puzzling aspect of 2023 so far is that it has been driven by only a handful of big names stocks, the big seven: Tesla, Meta, Nvidia, Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, and Amazon. If the index starts to are able to lift others, think of it as a tough the rest of the index were attached to these big names by a rubber band. It's fair to think the gains could fan out to others. Another curious detail about the Nasdaq first half is that the number of days on which it rose was historically small. But don't worry, that's actually a good sign, according to some of the historical data. The fewer positive trading days in which the index gained at least 10% during a first half has typically meant a rally continued into the second half. That aside, it's worth asking why the big seven have gained. It's not really earnings, it's not a great macro environment. Interest rates are still rising and growth is tepid. And it's probably not just a technical bounce back after 2022. The biggest single driver is surely the hype around artificial intelligence, something that can help lots of companies. It suggests that AI may be the rubber band that pulls the rest of the index up for the next few months. And with that being said, let's take a look at what we can expect in the Nasdaq. So, looking at the chart, we've seen that right away. Let's take a look at what the RSI is doing. It is reaching, getting closer to being to the overbought line to enter that line and analyzing that space and what we can consider to be a resistance level, which we could come back to June 16th as the high of the month. So we could say, or we could speculate, which is really our jobs, that the market will continue to move to the upside and revisit this high of June 16th. So being long and today will be your best bet for that. Okay, so I will be going long in the Nasdaq. As far as the S&P goes, also we'll be revisiting the June 16th high. Very much so, very much so today, I believe. The RSI, however, it is closer than the Nasdaq to enter overbought scenario, so we could probably find some sellers somewhere around this area, and to stop this movement upwards from the S&P. Then, as far as the Dow goes, the Dow is continuing to recuperate itself from this carnage from the June 16th. It made a low of 33.85-ish, and then it has rallied back up. So we can expect that we could revisit that high. The RSI is further away than the other two from entering the overbought territory. Now, crude oil, however, it is within the medium, trading above the medium, so in the Bollinger Bands. So that could suggest that the momentum to the upside is strong. So $71 initially will be my target, and after that, I'll be looking at the just round numbers 71.20, 71.40 to see if we can come back to the $72 today. We are that will come into more a better assistance for us if the RSI crosses over the 50 dollar marker, 50 marker, because that it tells us that the momentum up to the upside is increasing. So being long the crude oil today could be a good way. Then we have natural gas, which has been just trading lower, lower, lower. Uh, it has opened with a small gap up. It has been closed. So that could come and tell us that perhaps the way to do it to go is higher. But I'm more than I'm more than speculating that the market will be doing something of a sideways trading. It is Friday, so perhaps not much volume there today. So let's see if that will be the case. Then we have gold, which we have 1900 as our support and 1930 as our resistance, and therefore looking at gold, I'm also looking at gold to do a ranging lateral movement consolidation stage, if you will. So not much activity there. As far as silver goes, though, silver is looking to trade lower. Okay, we are reaching the lower band of the of one standard deviation in the Bollinger Bands. So that could tell us that the momentum to the downside is picking up. We are obviously below the 50 marker and we are reaching the oversold territory. So $22 will be my target. I'm short silver. Then we have copper. Copper is actually looking to uh, find its footing and is looking to rebound from this low of almost 365. But again, it is Friday, and I think that the market will just find some resistance around 375. So I'm gonna bring that down to this level. Okay. Then we have the Bitcoin. 31,000 is that round number for it to surpass. If we do happen to see that happening, 32,000 will be our next level of resistance. 30,000 is our support. We have been down here all week. Okay, then we have the currencies. The euro is looking to recuperate itself from trading lower and actually from today or in the morning. So we could be going long. 1095 is my target. Now the pound, I'm gonna have this tight uh, channel here of $1 for the pound. I think the pound will be bouncing off 127, okay, and then back down to 126 and a half. And that could happen if the dollar index happens to find some footing and rebound and recuperate itself. That will bring down the pound. But if it continues to drop, and then we'll see that the pound perhaps will be breaking that 127 marker. That's it for me today. I wish you a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you on Monday.